All right, welcome back to episode through four, right? Four?
Four.
Four. Welcome back to episode four of the JAG Show. We got a loaded episode today. We're going to start off with some NBA playoff talk, primarily by Jerry. He's our NBA expert. And then we got some NFL draft talk, draft day traditions, some Bears draft talk specifically. Teasing a potential White Sox segment with a highly respected
Knowledgeable.
White Sox analyst. Some Cubs talk, then we're gonna go into our snake draft. You guys got anything?
Little NFL draft in there too. Not sure if you mentioned that.
I think I did.
Probably did.
You see
Killing
loaded episode. It's about the same as every episode.
No, this
Pretty
one's
loaded.
loaded. This one's loaded. All right, let's get into it. Kyle Tucker. He's the first Cubs since Bryant, where I genuinely just get excited when he comes up to the plate. There hasn't been a Cub like that in so long.
Pete Crow Armstrong pisses me off. He gets up to the plate, and I just go on my phone and I text my friends and I say, strikeout.
Tim Tebow's jersey's not retired by Florida. It's a Heisman Trophy winner that won 2 national championships. The Durr, who had, it was 13 and 12.
Yeah, that PCA clip's starting to age very
He's
poorly.
up right now.
He is
Like
up
some
right now.
like some milk. All right. We want to start NBA.
Yeah, you can start.
I'll start. I mean, Thunder gonna win it all. I think I'm ready to admit it. I think it's time to come to that conclusion because
After one game.
2 now.
Did they
They
play
just-
today?
They just waxed the Grizzlies.
They're playing
And-
right now.
No, they just won.
How much did they win by this time? 50?
Like 20. But the power of the matching shirts is tough to beat.
Well, dude,
And I
everyone's
will
going to follow
say-
their blueprint now, too. How
It
they just
is.
sucked for so long and had 80 million first-round picks, and now they're loaded.
And
What do
the
you mean
matching
by
shirts,
what do you mean by matching shirts?
have you seen a game?
All the fans wearing matching shirts? Is that what you're
They all
talking
wear
about?
white, and it's the
Oh,
same
okay.
shirt.
Yeah, okay.
And honestly, I'm going lame on matching shirts. I kind of think it's lame because if you're at a Bulls game and you say everyone wear red, people can wear red without it being the shirt that you
I feel
lay
like
on the
matching
seat.
shirt, they're having the shirts on the seats. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I feel like that's kind of cool, no?
That's kind of sick, yeah. I
But
like
it's
it.
cooler if you can say wear red and
And
everyone
then
can wear red on their own.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Yeah, but that's
they're
never
gonna-
gonna, that's not realistic. You're never gonna be able to accomplish that.
Bulls
Just
do
because
it.
all the old people,
I guess, but you could also you can do both. But what I'm saying is you look in the Thunder crowd, there's not a single person that has anything but those shirts.
I think it's kind of sick though because it just it's like a sea of it's almost the Penn State whiteout. It's just
Oh, I like the
there's
matching color, but I'm just a little skeptical on the shirt. But they're fucking good.
yeah, they're a wagon. I think
And then
I'm still
realized-
my pick's probably still the Celtics.
yeah, I'm probably Thunder. I'm probably Thunder.
With my limited NBA ball knowledge, I would say Thunder just because sole reasoning, won by 50. I mean, winning by 50 in the playoffs.
The
Yeah.
Bucks
I like
got
Shea
two-
too. I'm a big Shea guy.
I mean, the Grizzlies look like they don't even want to be playing, which is
The
I feel
Grizzlies
like
just
very-
also aren't very good.
what you say?
The Grizzlies also just aren't very good.
Yeah, they're not. And then they fired their coach, right?
No, that was the Nuggets who fired their coach.
No, they did too.
You said what now?
I'm pretty sure they fired their coach.
No, I don't think so.
That
I think they still have. Let me see.
I thought they did. But either way, that series is completely over. And then I'm watching Warriors Rockets, and I'm a complete Steph Curry
Oh, they
hater.
did fire him. You're right.
Yeah. I'm a complete Steph Curry hater. I
Why?
legitimately what?
what's there not to like about Steph?
I mean, there's a million things. Overrated.
Bro, what?
Well, yeah.
What do you mean?
If it weren't for LeBron playing in the same era, you talk about him being the best player in this era.
He's been the best player on
I
a
don't know about
championship
that.
team 1 time out of 4 times.
Nah, dude, he was the best player their first ring.
Well,
He just didn't win Finals MVP because Iggy had a crazy run. Like Iggy was not the best player on that team.
you can't be the greatest point guard of all time with one Finals MVP in 4 finals.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Steph win. I think he won. He was the regular season MVP that year. He's the best player in the league
Unanimous.
that year.
Unanimous. But I mean, in the playoffs, like late in the playoffs, he's been sketchy.
I'm pulling up some receipts. I want to know what his numbers were.
He's been sketchy. Seriously, look back at it. But I will say, late game, regular season / play-in / early in the playoffs, he just legitimately, he does not miss.
When's game 2 of that series?
It's tomorrow. But I've never seen him miss clutch time. Like, I don't know. In the last post-COVID, I'm not sure I've seen Steph Curry miss. He makes everything late in the game. It's ridiculous. As much as I hate him, he's
In
incredible.
the finals that year, yeah, they won because the Cavs won in 6, correct? Or not the Cavs, the Warriors won in 6.
Yeah.
What year?
Fucking Steph averaged, he was the leading scorer, and he averaged 26 a game in the series.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know how
He
you're going to
averaged
say he's
26,
not
5, and 6.
then why didn't he win MVP?
I mean, because, like, dude, I'm looking at it right now. Iggy averaged 16 points a game, but just had, like,
Let's just put it this way. We all
insane
admittedly know less about the NBA than we should, and the people who knew more about the NBA didn't think he was the MVP. So therefore,
But he was the MVP of the league that year. You can't say he wasn't the best player on that team.
You don't.
Oh, I mean,
outside
if-
of LeBron,
then
who's the
James
best player in
Harden's
this
up there for all time. I mean, regular season doesn't matter at all.
Outside of LeBron, who's the best player in this era? Then
KD, probably.
Probably KD. I mean,
Okay.
won 2
Yeah,
Finals
you can say
MVPs on
KD.
the same team, and I hate KD too. But let's not get into that.
I mean, if you're considering like Jokic or Giannis, like they're definitely in the like Jokic might win his 4th MVP this year, like that you can.
I mean, Jokic deserves it better.
but
And then-
I could also like agree, like be okay with you saying like those are slightly different eras, just because like
They are.
like the beginning of LeBron's prime, Jokic wasn't in the league.
But yeah, I think the Warriors will wrap that up in 5. Honestly, I mean, I think they
The
don't like.
Rockets just remind me a lot of the Thunder last year, just because they're so young. And like
They
it's
are,
their
but even the
first, like-
Rockets, like Shea was a star last year. The Rockets
Yeah.
don't have a real
like Jalen Green's their best player, but like he isn't even
right. I mean,
in the
Sengun's
same-
good, and then like Dylan Brooks. They're a complete team, but they're like you need the star, which every team who
Yeah,
even
like
wins
this,
a
I'm
series
with
has a
you.
star.
I think like this current like iteration of Jalen Green's probably like he could be a 2 or a 3 on a championship team, but he's not going to be like. I'm not saying he could never get there. Maybe he will, but like who he is right now as a player is not the best. He's not good enough to be the best championship
Yeah,
team.
I mean, in the way the NBA works, who says the Rockets don't get a real star this summer? Add him, and then become, I mean,
Yeah,
them and the Thunder
absolutely.
could be like a long-term, fun-ass like storyline. So I hope
Yeah.
that happens. But Nuggets Clippers is going to be the greatest series ever. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen either of the first 2 games.
Same with Pistons. Knicks is the first 2 games been really good too.
I mean, Nuggets Clippers is like Kawhi is full on like
He's back.
he's so back. He's so good. Kawhi, I forgot how funny he was to watch when he's healthy. Like, I realized literally Kawhi's maybe the only superstar in sports history who has 0 haters. There's no way any sports fan dislikes Kawhi.
0 what? 0 haters.
Haters.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Could you think of another guy ever that is literally probably 0? I mean, what has Kawhi done to anyone that's wrong?
Yeah, because he's just kind of
another
like
NBA player who has 0 haters.
What you say?
Another NBA player that has 0 haters.
Superstar in sports. Who has 0 haters?
Shohei Ohtani.
That's literally the parallel. So I would say they're very similar in like way they go about things.
Yeah.
But I realized Nuggets Clippers is the matchup of like superstars without Instagram, which I love. Jokic, no Instagram. Kawhi, no Instagram. So that's just straight ball. That's a straight ball tourney. I don't know if you guys saw.
Jokic isn't even. Jokic just wants to be back home in Serbia with his horses.
Well, but he loves parades. We have to remember, because you can play the clip. He said,
See,
I don't like, or he's like, oh, I have to go home. I want to go home. And then he was like, I changed my mind. I fucking love parade when he was like 0.3 BAC at the parade.
Yeah.
But yeah, like very likable players on both teams in that series. I'm thrilled with how that's been.
Yeah, the others, the
Um,
Knicks Pistons has been good. The
Knicks
Pistons obviously beat that
Pistons
big
I like the
lead.
Knicks.
feels like a bit of a
Like,
throwback series. Like I
yeah,
like that.
dude, the game yesterday, like it was physical as hell. Like they let them go at it.
Yeah, they did. They really did, and
The
I
Knicks
love it.
had some good looks too late in the game and just didn't like
Hmm.
they had a Bridges had an open three with like 10-ish seconds left to tie it and didn't get it to go. So like that game, I think when do they play next? I think they play Thursday. Yeah, they play Thursday in Detroit. It's gonna be rocking.
Yeah, and Detroit, like that's gonna be fun as hell to see a game. By
Yeah.
the way, what a weak name for an arena. Like I feel like the Pistons shouldn't have Little Caesars Arena. Like we got to be better than that. We can do better as Detroit. Like Detroit's classic sports.
Oh, that's a fucking bomb. Never
By
mind.
who?
Was it
Morning
Todd?
track. Mookie Betts morning track.
Um, but yeah, that's a great series. Feels like a throwback.
We want
Thank
to.
God the
You
Pacers are
want
up
to
on the
talk some
Bucks.
Nico Harrison there, Jerry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
go
let
first. And
Lucas finish with playoff talk, and then we could hit on that after because that's like unbelievable. I mean, you have a couple unbelievable things. NBA, I completely disagree with what you said. I mean, make your
What do you
take
mean
there.
NBA worst postseason? And
Yeah.
I just, I, I mean, what's like out of like the main sports? What do you mean? What's worse?
But here's the thing: are we like, what would I rather watch or like compare it, like comparing it?
Like what would like the average sports fan rather watch? I feel like NBA is at the
Okay,
worst.
but that's different. Like if you're basing it off of like what's the regular season like versus what's the
No, I
postseason
thought I
like?
said worst postseason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
No, the
I'm
NBA
asking,
playoffs. Like I like them.
like,
I don't
I
know that there's
like
any.
them, but like I think they're the. I'd rather watch Major League Baseball postseason. I'd
okay,
rather watch
in
NFL
terms of
playoffs.
in terms of priority of watching, I can almost get behind that, maybe get behind that. But in terms of like, I think the NBA playoffs is such a better product than the regular season, whereas like the NFL playoffs feels the
Yeah,
exact same thing, like
Okay,
for the
yeah, but
first couple of months.
that's
I think you also have to take into
also
account
has
like
a lot
time
to
of
do with
year.
like players sitting out and that stuff. But
Well,
Well,
yeah,
dude,
I'm
you
just
also got like during the MLB playoffs, you got like NFL's in full swing, college football's in full swing. Like right now, like there's no football. They're not competing with any form of football. It's really just baseball in the NHL playoffs.
yeah, and I think
Like
it's
I enjoy watching NBA playoffs. Like, but I don't really watch the NBA regular season all that much.
yeah, and that's fair. But I think the NBA is such an overhated league in general. I think it's so fun to watch in most cases. I mean, are there some games and some teams that just annoy the shit out of you because of how they play? And Jokic is so annoying to watch sometimes because he flops and he just gets the call, and like the players look so like yesterday, like three times he's just flopping and he gets the call automatically because it's Jokic. But other than that, like I have a lot of respect for the NBA, and I think like nobody does anymore. But I love it. So, um, Nico Harrison,
I mean,
legend.
holy clown!
I
the biggest
love it.
fucking clowns in maybe the history of the game.
Legitimately, could he be the biggest clown in the history
I
of?
mean, like the fact that you're like, I mean, you could tell like he's kind of like regretting it because like he was like, oh,
Yeah,
I knew he was big to the fan base, but I didn't know he was that big. What the fuck do you mean you
yeah.
don't know he's that big? He's the best player in like your city by far. Everyone fucking loves him.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little
For a
bit.
guy
Like,
who's hurt 3/4 of every single season, it's like the dumbest. Like I can't. I'm not an NBA guy, but I remember when that shit happened, I was like making sure it wasn't like one of the fake accounts because I don't know, like the fact that they're still the fact that usually when these big trades happen, they don't get talked about for like this long. Like I feel like
yeah, I'm gonna play
it's
devil's advocate. Like,
like
I'm
this.
with you. Like, I think Nico's a clown, but like, I think like, what do you like want him to say? Do you want him to be like,
Well,
dude, yeah, like,
not trade one of the best players in the league.
and like also like the vision like that he had, like really like got derailed because like Kyrie like immediately tore his ACL.
Well, Kyrie always gets hurt.
No, that's not true. Kyrie's been healthy since he's been on the Mavs. Like Kyrie like's been and like AD like
Never
has the
helped.
reputation of a guy being hurt, but like yeah, like boneheaded move and he's handling it
Like
poorly. But like you gotta like give the guy a little bit of slack. I feel like
no,
just
you don't.
because
No, you don't. How old is Don? Like Luca? Like he's what
he's
25?
25?
oh no, it's an
Okay,
insane.
he's
It's,
25. Like, are you like that's like the dumbest move
yeah.
ever? I'm
Oh,
not
I'm
an
with you.
NBA guy, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, what would the NFL equivalent of that trade be? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I don't
Lamar,
want to talk too
Matthew
much about that
Stafford?
though.
What'd you say?
Just
Would it be like
I don't
Joe
want to
Burrow
talk too
for
much
like
about that just because it
Kirk
happens so.
Cousins, Matthew Stafford?
Joe Burrow for Matthew Stafford is literally it. But in like not even picks, like maybe a second. because like an NBA first isn't an NFL first. So like let's say it's legit like Stafford in a second for Burrow. I think that's
Yeah.
the perfect comparison.
Yeah, I like I'm with you. Like I think he's a huge clown like for trading. Like that's ridiculous. But I also think like you have to take like their like season kind of going to shit with a little bit of a grain of salt just because everybody did get hurt. Like they definitely like
Finals, like with Luke, why would you?
no, I'm with you on that, but I'm just saying like they wouldn't have been the 10th seed in the West if Kyrie didn't get hurt. And eight, like you know what I mean? Like it's like everything that could have possibly gone wrong for them after that did, but like you almost have to believe like that's gotta like maybe that like
But
just
even
probably so much negative just energy like in that building after that trade. Just everyone just like
Well, even to an extent, like the negative energy and like the way they played so uninspired and like nobody gave
yeah.
a shit. It was like,
Did you see Luca's interview with ESPN? He said when he like found out the trade, he still has the same phone, but he like chucked his phone and broke it. It's like completely shattered. It's still like the same phone he uses now.
I saw that. That's hilarious. But I mean, defense wins championships.
Oh,
Justin
yeah.
Turner. Oh, just
Oh.
fell.
Um, but
Defense
like
wins
another like
championships
crazy
was what he-
Nico Harrison story, just like kind of like he's been a big fumbler. He used to be an exec at Nike, right? Before he got the Mavericks gig. And like his big assignment at the time was like he was running point on, hey, Nike was like, we want go sign Steph. We want you to go get Steph.
Was that when they used the same slide, like the slideshow?
He had the same. He used the same slideshow for that was for originally for Kevin Durant. Like he didn't change stuff. Like it said Kevin Durant like up and down this thing. He kept calling Steph Seth, his brother's name, and then like Steph goes on signs with Under Armour and like that. I mean, like, dude, this guy's just
Clown.
he's a clown. Yeah, he's a
I
clown.
will say, if you guys heard the interview, I guess I've never heard him talk because why would I've ever heard the Mavs GM talk? But his voice is so fucking annoying. He literally
He's a
like he
dickhead.
literally
He just
like
sounds like
sounds like a pussy.
he sounds like he's like so scared up there. Like,
Literally
he knows he fucked up. Like I
He
don't,
might be one of the
I-
most hated people in Texas, right?
the the most hated.
Definitely in Texas sports, but like,
I will say, the one reporter, what a question. The reporter goes, "Why
Why
should
should-
you not be fired?"
That's
Love
a great
that.
question.
That's a great question. And he goes, "I think I've done a really good job," which is awesome. I mean, at this point, he has to stick with it. He's such a moron to the point. You can't even hire him. He's past like Bears with Eberflus. Like you could still justify like, oh, at least he wasn't a complete douche, dick, loser, asshole. But this guy, I mean, Eberflus was like a douche, asshole, loser, but not the dick. Also, like that's where Nico Harrison really thrives. I don't know if he'll ever get another job, seriously. And that's like
yeah.
hard to
Well,
say.
they'll probably like just because like they kind of have to let him like because like there's I mean obviously like no going back now like they're gonna have to like let like his vision play out and like see like once these guys get healthy if it works again. But like at the end of the day, like you're relying on like a bunch of guys like Kyrie, who's your best player, who's getting older, like he's in his 30s, coming off a major injury. AD's coming off another injury, he's in his 30s. Clay's in his 30s. Like
Moves
All
like
this
that.
ridiculous. Luca's the second best. I legitimately was thinking about this last night. I'm like, Luca's the second best Dallas athlete of the 21st century. Like maybe like is Dirk better than Luca?
yeah,
Yeah.
Dirk won a ring. Dirk won
Yeah,
a
but
ring.
like Luca's young. Like
Dude, yeah, for sure. But like
Luka-
Dirk's like number 7 on the all times. Like Dirk's better than Luka.
he is, but I'm just saying like that's a top 2 Dallas athlete of the last 25 years.
You could,
Easily.
oh yeah,
I mean, as a
Yeah.
Dallas fan, you
like
like
there's
do
no
you-
like. I mean, it's like there's no one on the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys have had like some good players, but no one like to Luka's. Luka was like I think this is his 7th year in the league. Coming into this year, he was first team All NBA in like 5 of 6 seasons.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Like
And, like,
moves
think
like
about it.
that make me think that I could be a GM.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
you just don't.
I think
trick-
it's just like I think execs like I mean it's easy for us to say that like do like just a couple like douchebags recording a podcast, but like I think there's just like people that are like execs that are probably just so like stuck into one frame of mind, and when there's a guy that like goes against that, like his whole like Nico's whole defense thing, like you're just and like he didn't draft him, he wasn't a part of extending him and all this shit, so like.
I-
And Luca also said that like they haven't like he didn't speak to Luca after like when he traded him to like tell him and like they haven't like spoken since because like he wanted to retire in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell Luca's heartbroken, but I mean, at this point, it's hard to even really comment much
Oh, he's
further.
gonna. It would have been cool like if the Mavs like had stayed healthy and like made the playoffs and they matched up with the Lakers. Like that would have been kind of sick. And
Yeah.
Luca would have just torched him.
Hold on.
I don't really think the Lakers are going to do shit either, as they're up 15. But I
No,
just don't. I don't know. They
I mean
just.
they might get past Minnesota.
I think they will, but other than that, it's going to be tough.
Want to go a little NFL draft talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to do like broad and then go into Bears?
Yeah, we can go broad
can
first. I mean, I
Um,
think it's just like it's going to be an interesting draft. Like, I guess this is a little Bears-ish, but like Ryan Poles said today, like
It's gonna be
he
wild.
thinks it's going to be like a ton of movement, like that we haven't like really seen. Like, going to be different from that standpoint, just because. I mean, it's not a bad. I mean, it's not a. I don't want to say it's a bad draft class because like these are still there's still going to be guys, but it's not as good as it's been. Like I think there's probably like you guys can give me your opinion. I think there's probably like three like truly like blue chip players that are kind of ahead of everybody else. And then after that, like there's a lot of really good players, but not a lot of like elite prospects. Like I think Travis, obviously, he's gonna get picked in the top 5 in pretty much any draft he's in. Abdul Carter is gonna be top 5 to 7 pick, pretty much any draft he's in, and then like Gentry's as good as a running prospect we would have seen. Like
And there could be,
different
like-
draft, like he's probably not getting picked this high just because of the value of the position, but I mean he's as good of a running back prospect as we've seen probably since Saquon.
My like thing, I mean, obviously, I don't think I wouldn't take any quarterback. I think I mean, I don't think Shadur's. I don't think he's going to go in the top 10, but
Cam Ward's gonna go.
Cam Ward is going to go number 1. But I think last year, like, he's probably going either right before Bo Nix or after Bo Nix.
Oh, he wouldn't have been a first round pick. Oh, are you saying like Cam? Are you saying if he was in the draft last year, like
Last
this?
year. I'm saying if Cam Ward were in the draft last year, like
Like
I
this
think-
version of Cam Ward in last year's draft?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
and
Yeah,
like
he would have been like in that Penix to Bo Nix range. Yeah.
like the thing I think is going to happen is, I mean, just stuff that I've seen like on like Twitter and stuff. Like I think one of these teams in the top 10, I don't think they're going to reach for a quarterback in the
Kyle
top.
Tucker just went yard.
He did.
That was a fucking bomb. Holy shit.
I'm like, oh my god, holy, extend them.
God damn.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, back
Holy
up. I think,
hell.
I mean, something I could see happening is like, I feel like the second quarterback's is gonna go. I feel like Steelers at 21. I feel like they could.
I think the Saints could take
But I
Shador.
also could see a team coming up and trying to get in front of, like maybe one of those teams in the top 10 tries to get back in the first round and jump the Steelers and take a quarterback. I could see that happening. But I would say there's only like 5 or 6 like really, really good like players like in the draft, and outside of that, like I feel like you can group them all pretty much together. So I mean, the
I
Bears.
will say, I don't know where you guys stand, like, but I don't know. If I'm a team who wanted a quarterback, I always think position over player, and I always think timing over like player also. Like, I don't know. I've seen people be like, some of these teams should like wait and then like tank for Arch Manning. But like I think that's so dumb to like
Dude, yeah,
plan.
you just never know.
Yeah, like I hate like honestly, if I was a team and I needed a quarterback, I would probably take Shador, Cam Ward this year. I don't know. It's just so hard to tell what can happen. And like, say you win too many games next year. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know.
If
I'm
you
a
don't
team-
draft a quarterback, like if you're the Titans, you might like if you're Brian Callahan or I guess they have a new GM this year, so he'll get another year. But like Brian Callahan might want to take a quarterback because like if he doesn't take one this year, he might not get the chance to, just because like
Right.
coaches are on such a short leash.
Exactly. It's like the Eberflus. It's like then you
Yeah.
take the quarterback and then you win a little. Like you don't win enough games. Well, like kind of the point was not to win games that year for the Titans shouldn't be winning this year, but he also kind of has to try. So it's kind of a shit show. So like I don't know. That's just where like alignment
Drafting
is so
quarterbacks, it's
important.
just so hard. Like so, like I think like obviously the guy's got to be supremely talented, but like there's so much has to go right on top of you finding a like uberly talented player.
I mean, there's
Like,
been
you got to have the right head coach, the right coordinator, the right quarterbacks. Like there's so many things that have to go damn near perfect.
like you think about all the good like young quarterbacks in the league, but there's only been 2 quarterbacks drafted in the past like 11 years that have won Super Bowls. It's like Mahomes and Hurts, and like that's it. I get Mahomes.
Yeah,
as
but I
one-
mean, like I think like some of that's not necessarily like on like I think that's true, but like there is plenty of quarterbacks that have been drafted recently that are really, really, really good. Like Lamar and Burrow and Allen and even Herbert or even a guy like Jaden Daniels. Like those guys are really good. But there's just, I mean, there's so much that goes into like a quarterback hitting. But I mean, I think like if I had to guess, like I think Cam Ward's probably pretty locked in at 1, and I think probably 2 and 3 in some order is going to be Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter's going to the
I think he's going to go 2.
yeah, he's going 2.
But whoever doesn't go 2 out of Carter and Hunter is going to go 3. And then, I mean, shit, that's kind of like I've seen Will Campbell at 4.
Well,
I
Yeah.
don't know, but there's always gonna be some sort of surprise.
yeah,
Like in the,
I think
like,
I honestly think the Bears pick could just be like because like I feel Ben Johnson, like I don't know, like I feel like there's a couple names that like even like another like I would be really surprised, but I could see them go if Tyler. I don't think he's going to be there, but if Tyler Warren's at 10, I could 100% see him taking.
oh yeah, like if Campbell and Membu and Genty are gone and Mason Graham's gone and and Tyler Warren's there, they might like.
I don't think they should, but like Ben Johnson
I
strikes
mean,
me
at a
as
certain
the
point,
guy.
like I think,
I don't think Ryan Poles would be that guy to take him because positional value, but I think Ben Johnson would be.
yeah, but I think Ben Johnson's kind of like at least with the like obviously he wasn't the guy drafting him, but like you can never go wrong with bringing in talented guys. Like if the mindset is, hey, we're going to take the best player available, great. But like, I just think they're in a rough spot where they could be sitting at 10. And like, I mean, obviously I'm not sitting in the Bears boardroom. I'd have to imagine, right, that the 5 guys like they want the most has to be Genty, Will Campbell, Membu. I guess I'll just say 4 and then probably Mason Graham. And like, there's a world where all 4 of those guys are gone.
I don't
A
want
likely
to
world.
take Bamboo.
If they take Tyler Warren at 10, there will be a TV that exits my window. I hate him so much, and it is so dumb to take a fucking tight end at 10.
I
mean,
agree.
it's dumb to take a running back at 10. Very dumb. I get the Genty appeal. I still completely disagree with anyone who wants to take Genty. I think it would be so fucking stupid.
No, but like, dude, like you're saying, like the running back like window, like you don't want to take a running back. You don't. It doesn't just because you're drafting a running back don't mean you have to pay him. But like it's a first round pick, you're getting 4 years, his 5th year option. You're getting 5 years of elite level running back like that.
I guess. I just feel like successful long-term teams don't spend
I mean, the Eagles just
lot
won a
on
Super
running
Bowl.
backs.
Let's take
What?
one. The Eagles
mean,
just won a
yeah.
Super Bowl, and their best player was their running back.
But that's such an outlier. I mean, let's go back. Let's go back the last 25 Super Bowl champs. Patriots, all those years. Insert name, running back. Chiefs,
Take Tom
all
Brady.
these years. Insert
But they
name,
had Tom
running
Brady.
back.
I love Caleb. Caleb ain't gonna be Tom Brady in any world. Like,
Well, why not? Why isn't that the goal?
well, that's the goal. Obviously, that's the goal. But like, you got to be realistic from the standpoint. Like, what can like I was just saying. Like, what are we gonna do to make Caleb's life the absolute easiest it can be?
If our goal as the Bears is to not win a bunch of Super Bowls with this current regime, what the fuck's the point? Let's
Well,
not.
that's not what I'm saying. But like, your goal can't be our goal. Their goal's not win 7. Like, it's got to be you got to like. There's steps that have to happen first.
My goal, like Genty would be look at. I mean, name one case other than the Eagles recently where someone spent big value wise. I'm talking top 15 pick and or paid a running back big and won a Super Bowl. Other than Genty, I'll give you that. Or not.
Well, I mean, there just hasn't
like,
been
when-
that many teams that have won.
hasn't, like, a
There's
season-
just been like lots of Chiefs, lots of Patriots. Like,
Bingo.
Would you call Jalen Hurts like an elite quarterback?
No,
Okay, so like when's the last time a quarterback like Jalen Hurts has won a Super Bowl?
it
exactly.
hasn't happened.
That's
Right,
what I'm
and
saying.
then-
Like, that's
And
why
then the running back elevated him and elevated the
Yeah.
offense.
I
Because
think
having
they
a
had
good
to.
running back will never ever hurt your offense ever.
As a 5-win team, taking a running back in the first round, in the top 10,
yeah, I'm not saying they should. Like I
Okay,
don't.
but Genty's there. Who else are you taking
you're
in
trading
this
back.
draft that's weaker at the top?
You're trading back. You're taking a tackle. Your 2 tackles are good. Not.
Which tackle though?
Incredible.
Do you want to take if Membu were there at 10? Would you take him?
I don't care. Again, I'm position over prospect. I trust. I have to trust. Try to trust. The
Membu's
Bears.
only ever played right tackle.
I'm sick of but like drafting for ceiling, I think to a certain like point is like I think that can hurt you. Like Genty is a good player. He's coming in, he's a good player, he is going to help you. Like there's a chance you draft a tackle, and then like I'm not if we draft Will Campbell or Mon Membu, like I'm fired up. Like I'm loving that. There's a chance that guy doesn't even start next year. Like he might not even play. they might want to sit him behind Braxton for a year and then he can come in and play the next year. Like if you take Genty comes in week 1, day 1, and he helps immediately.
He helps you immediately. Like, are the Bears, like, let's be real. We want to be realistic. Are the Bears going to win the Super Bowl next year?
No, but there's steps that have
But
to
what's the
happen
immediate
before you
hope
win
though?
a Super
Because
Bowl.
you're not going to have it. Hypothetically, Genty's going to be this great guy that gets the Bears out of shittiness into maybe above average to goodness. We can't draft. We're going to take the 5th tackle in the draft then if we want to tackle next. So Braxton Jones lays a complete egg this year. Now we're taking a tackle 22nd when we could have had a tackle 10th. And guess what? We could have, let's sign a running back if we need it. I think it would be such a fatal mistake. You have to, it would
But
be
if you want to
so
trade
arrogant.
back, you're supposed to be someone that you like enough to trade
Yeah.
back and take.
I think that's the problem with this year's draft. Like, there's just a world where like there's no one they really like have as like, because you know how each like GM has like the categories they put their players in. Isn't the Bears like the blue players or like they're
Who knows?
there's-
Probably done shittily.
I mean, if I'll say this much, like I am confident enough to the point if Genty is there at 10, there is no world where the Bears
yeah,
don't.
they're gonna take him.
There's
I don't
no
think
way.
it's good. I think
I
they
don't
should
think
take
he's
a
gonna
running
be
back
there.
with they're one of their second round picks. But I have a scenario for both of you I would like to get your thoughts on.
Time out. I'm not sure the Bears. I'm not sure they take Genty at 10.
I think
I guarantee it.
if he's
I
there at
guarantee
10,
it.
Field Yates says he's 50% sure that the Bears take Genty if he's there at 10.
Because I don't know if he's going to be there.
He said that was an if.
I think
Okay.
it is more likely that the Bears trade up to get Genty than they pass on
yeah,
him.
that was my scenario I was going to ask you guys about. And I know where I stand, but I'm going to get your guys' thoughts first. I don't think there's going to be much movement down. Maybe Browns or Giants will move down. I know there's been talks about that, but I don't think the Bears will move up that high. But
I think the Jags can move down.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Jaguars, first year head coach, first year GM. I don't know if you saw Ryan Poles' press conference today. Me personally, I think it's a smokescreen. I don't think because he was kind of given that.
Such a smoke.
That's my
screen. I
scenario,
think Genty in general could be a smokescreen. Not that for sure it is. I know they obviously like him because everyone does because he's very good. But I think a lot of the shit they've said so far is a smokescreen.
Because like today, he was like, someone asked him like, "What do you do if like none of like the players like that you graded super highly are there at 10?" And he's like, "Well, there's some other other things we can do to get those players." And then he kind of smiled, which like to me is like, I don't like reading too much into that stuff. I think it's just rather just wait for
Like
the
I think like the Bears are in a good like. If you're saying like it's between running back and tackle, right? Is Braxton Jones a better left tackle than DeAndre Swift is?
No, it doesn't matter. It's not about those positions are not in the.
Well, they're completely
ballpark
different. Left
of
tackle might be the
valuable.
second or third most important position.
What is?
left
Left
tackle.
tackle is probably the
Yeah,
second or
that's what
third
I'm
most
saying. Like,
important position.
so it doesn't matter because, and at the same time, like, I'm just such a believer in like the running back is such a, it's such a cherry on top. It's such like a
I agree.
Right.
luxury rather than
And,
like
like, what is the Bears' biggest like? Is I think, I don't think Braxton's a long-term answer. Like I think this is probably his last year. But like again, like I don't know that there's this big gaping hole at left tackle, and there's not like some stud left tackle here. Like if this is any other running back class, like dude, if this is fucking Bijan, like you're taking. There's probably, but it's Ashton. Like it's one of the best running back prospects of the last 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And like I know, like the goal, like yeah, you want the goal to be win the Super Bowl, yeah. But there's steps that have to happen between being a 5-win team to winning the Super. Like you got to start winning games in division. Like you can't just go from getting your ass kicked by division rivals every year to winning a Super Bowl. You got to start winning division games. Then you got to win the division. Then you got to make the playoffs. You got to win a playoff. Like there's so many things that have to happen. Like very rarely, like if not ever, do you see a team go from not making the playoffs to being a serious threat to win a Super Bowl? It really does not happen. And it never wins because you got to win playoff games. You got to get to Super. All this happens before like the Chiefs. You go to the AFC Championship game. All right. Well, now you won the division. You won a playoff game. Now we're ready to roll. It just doesn't really happen. Like, yeah, the goal is to win the Super Bowl, but like, there's so many things that have to happen. That's my point. I think Genty can help you accomplish the things that need to happen more so than any other player that they might take.
You're muted. You're muted.
Jerry, you're muted.
You're muted. You're muted.
fuck. The Bears are a poor guy that's house shopping and he just got a raise. Do you want the house with the pool that's low-key shitty, or do you want the nice house with the square feet and the pillars in the front? The pillars in the front are your fucking left tackle, and Loki just made like a very
I
odd
agree.
note.
That was a good
Yeah,
analogy.
but all I'm saying is like I don't know that there's an elite. Like I think it's a completely
You can
different.
always build a pool. You can't always build a nice house. You need the land. Let's buy some land, and then we'll put the pool on the land
I'm
that
with
we
you.
have.
Left
That's my
tackle is
like
more
that.
important, but like
I like
I
that.
don't know that any of these prospects at left tackle are good enough to like, especially at 10. Like you're looking like if Genty's at 10, the two best tackles are gone. Like, are you
Who do
taking
you think the two best tackles are?
Membu and Will Campbell?
For me,
I don't.
here's the thing.
When I was gonna say who's your guys like do. I was gonna give who's your like if you could have anyone fall to 10, who would it be, and like who's your like do not draft.
I don't know that I have one in this draft because it's not that strong of a class. And like, there's a world where like, I don't know. There's a world where like they pick a guy and I'm pissed this year, unless it's someone that's like
I don't want them to
completely
take
off my
Membu.
radar.
I don't think. I don't know.
At 10,
Like,
who else are you taking at 10, bro?
but like
If
the
Membu,
all the Membu stuff was like very recent. Like I was listening to
right, again, so
part
that's
of
my
my
point.
take.
Like, if, and he's widely
The
viewed as the
further
first
you
or
get
second,
away from some of these guys playing football, the better you think they are at football.
like Zach Wilson.
So true. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
I'm with you. I'm with
All
you.
of a sudden, Membu's this top 10 talent. Like after the season, he was like, "Oh, he's a first round pick," but he's not going top 10.
but he did have a good
Yeah,
comp.
yeah, I'm with you on that. But
Did
like,
have a really good
again,
combine.
I feel like that
Also,
just furthers my
Strauss
point that
Loud,
like,
there's like
Time out. Hold that thought. Say that again, but I'm not going to hit on that now because I have such a serious thought about that pisses me off. But keep that exactly what you just said and save for like 2 minutes. But I just want to say, like, why can't we trade back either? I mean, for
because
me,
you have to have someone you want to take.
what do you say?
I think you have to have someone you want, like you know that you like that you really like that you can get there that you're not like. Because I think the thing like lots of the reading I've been saying. Oh, good catch. Lots of the reading that like the difference between like the 20th best player in this class to the 35th isn't a huge gap, and like you gotta remember we're picking twice at the top of the second. So I think,
That's where I think they should take a running back. Is right there.
but if I don't know that. Like, would you rather take Tyler Warren or Ashton Genty?
If they take either, I'm going to be pissed. Completely.
I don't
You're gonna be pissed if they take Ashton Genty.
100%. I mean, am I going to
Did
root
you
for
see?
the guy?
Did you see what he released to like with the letter he sent to all the NFL GMs?
No.
what do you say?
He said it's tackle football. So how about you draft the guy that nobody can tackle?
That's so fucking lame.
That's
I'm not
fact.
gonna be. I wouldn't be happy if you took.
But he was probably the best.
Yeah, nobody could tackle him until he played a Power 5. I mean, other than Oregon, until he played a Big
He
Ten
played
team and they
like
tackled
300
him
yards against
30
Oregon.
times and he had 85 fucking yards. Bullshit. I hate Genty. That statement
And you're
just made me
right.
hate Genty.
So who do you want
I'll
them to
be
pick?
clipped. I'm gonna
Who do you
clip
want them to pick?
I want them to again, I don't fall in love with players because I don't know shit. I'm not a draft expert. I'm not watching the all 22s.
But in like
I thought-
in a class that's not great at tackle, you want them to take the third or fourth tackle instead of the best running back prospect.
Absolutely. It's an upside thing. There's no fucking upside in taking him. And by the way,
There's no upside to Ashton Genty.
absolutely not.
That's crazy. So he
No,
might-
because
That's a bad take.
no, because and then guess what happens to your running backs? You're lucky if you get the full season out of him anyway.
I don't think that's the case because I don't think you have to start giving him 25 carries right away.
Well, then why are we drafting the guy when we could have a left
Look what the
tackle?
Lions did with Gibbs. Like they still use Montgomery a lot, but like Gibbs took that.
Oh
like,
my God, the Detroit Bears. We're the fucking Bears.
All right,
If I wanted to be the Lions.
all right, Jerry. Let's wrap it up with your zero sacks.
Whoa.
God.
Okay, yeah. I think we've hit everything.
We've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah. Well, do we just want to go through what do we want and what do we don't?
Yeah,
What do we
what
not
do we want? What do we
Just-
don't want?
Just so we're on the record.
I don't think like any of the guys that are like on my rate. Like there's no one that like I think like I'm super fired up about. Like I'm like pumped. Like let's go. As I'd say Genty, but like only at 10. If you trade up and get him, I'd be like okay, like I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Like I'd be like also depending on what they give up. But like guys that are like on my radar would be like Genty, Will Campbell, Armand Membu, Mason Graham, Michael Williams,
Gotta pick one.
yeah, so
Tyler
everyone-
Warren.
Gotta pick one guy.
And I'm saying I'm okay with all of those guys.
No,
then
but if you had to pick one, who would it be? If one guy
that I
would
want them to
fall
take,
to 10. Yeah. If any of those guys were to fall to 10.
Genty or Will Campbell.
Okay.
He's
You-
like then significant drop.
All right, Jerry.
Take Genty or Warren. I'll take Warren and I'll seriously consider not going to the games that I plan to go to next year. Take Genty. I'm going to be a little upset on draft night. Think that's a reach, but root for him week 1 because it's going to be fun. Whether you like it or not, that's a fun ass pick. And then root for trade back. Trade back, trade back, trade back, trade back, trade back.
Okay, but then who do you draft?
I don't
After
give a
you trade
shit.
back?
Draft. I'm
You can't just
position
keep
over
trading
player.
back. At a certain point, you got to make a pick.
Jerry Miller, Kalen Drangwitz, Lukas Drangwitz have watched 0 all 22 and know jack shit about who's actually good. And
Okay, but you
hopefully,
have to pick a player. You have to pick a player.
I'm picking trade back. I'll go if I had to pick a player. I would say Michael.
First name, trade, last name back.
Yeah, seriously. I'd probably go Michael Williams. Is it Williams or Walker?
Williams, Michael Williams.
Okay, Michael Williams. Georgia edge is all I need to hear, and I'm fine with it. And then I wouldn't be. Yeah, take Michael Williams at like 15. Fucking do it.
I'll keep mine short since we need to wrap up draft talk. But Mason Green.
Yeah, that'd probably be my number 3.
Fall.
Yeah, that'd be my 1 if he's there, but he's not going to.
He's
And then the 0 sacks. Has there
I think-
ever been a first-round left tackle that gave up a sack in college? You just throw it out there and nobody fucking questions it. I hate it so much. All of a sudden, Membu, this whole offseason, I've heard shit about Membu a week ago. Now he's given up 0 sacks in his college career.
Also, like during the Mizzou football season, no one really talked about him.
Nobody, I had no idea who that was.
So I did not know who he was till after the season.
I don't get the 0 sacks pisses me off so much. Like there's always everyone has given up 0 sacks. By the way, if the Packers take Burden, I'm gonna hate Burden.
Packers
but
just don't
It'd
draft
be so
receivers.
good for them too. I bet
who are the Packers gonna take? Do we know?
they don't
Probably
take. They're not going to take a receiver. What? They don't take receivers for sure.
They never take
I
receivers.
guess.
I no, but let me this will be the last thing I say about draft. Then we wrap it up. Like I think there's like probably like 6, 7 guys that are like on my radar that like the Bears might pick, and like obviously I like more than others, but like I think if it's one of Genty, Will Campbell, Membu, Mason Graham, Tyler Warren, maybe even Colson Loveland, Kelvin Banks, like those guys, like I'm not going to be upset about it because it all just depends on how the board falls. But if it's like some like out of fucking left field pick that like then I'd be pissed.
I think I could 100% see that happening.
I could see it.
Michael, I'd be okay with Michael Williams.
Like
and I'll make
what if you see like number 10 and it's like Amarion Hampton? Like I could honestly see it happening.
I will say
I think I don't know that I'd be mad about that. I'd just be kind of like what?
I'd be
It
Final-
also depends on who's there.
final thing I'll say. Another thing, it just pissed me off because I just don't think you need to say it. Ian Cunningham and Ryan Poles saying, and I think they were talking more about like big picture of the NFL draft, but like this could be wild.
I mean, I
I
think
don't
they're
like-
just saying that with like movement and stuff. 'Cause
I agree, but I just like I don't want the Bears to be wild. The Patriots never have wild drafts. The Chiefs don't have wild drafts. They sit in their
No, we
spot,
didn't.
pick good players. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck! I thought he got it.
Cubs almost
I
won.
thought PCA just went yard to tie it.
I didn't even get to the warning track.
I mean, he crushed.
But yeah, wild. Let's not keep it wild. As a Bears fan, I'm sick of fucking wild. Let's do something smart and normal. So
Right.
I wouldn't even say they've gone wild though the last couple years. Like I feel like they've gone like pretty.
no.
like,
But I'm just saying, like, it would be Bears at this point to like, all right, you're starting to build. Now we overthink it. It would be
Yeah,
so.
I think
Bears.
there's probably going to be a lot of picks in this draft that are perceived to be like reaches. Because I think since it's not overly strong, I think there's probably going to be some teams that just like have their guys and they're just going to take them.
Yeah, my biggest fear. I'll end it with this. Then we got to be done. My biggest fear is them taking a non-Ashton Genty running back at 10. That's my biggest fear. right.
Do we want to hit on random shit?
Get out.
There's a bunch of random ass points here.
Go on, let's fucking go.
Did
Wait,
Coach just
did it?
tie it?
Amaya just
Amaya?
tied it outs in the 9th.
Holy
Come
shit!
on, basket shot. Holy shit.
Holy
No.
shit!
Oh my God. 2
This
outs,
team.
too. What a fucking. The Cubs have. This is. All right. This is being.
This getting a live reaction to
Tuesday night, game 1 of this Dodgers series. Only 2-game series, I think. Cubs have been a part of probably the 2 best games all season. I would say this is 2.
yeah.
It's
This
a
game's
fucking
fucking
team.
nuts too. It's drunk.
I don't know. We've kind of hit on so much Cubs. I feel like, but
Yeah, I don't think we really need to talk about Cubs.
I will
think-
say one thing. The old classic. Chris Bryant announces he's not retiring. Typically, we call that a sign to retire. If you're ever announcing that you're still playing, you're trying to remind people that, hey, I'm still in the league. Might be time, Chris. I love you, but it might be time.
Yeah, that's so sad.
It is. And then I saw Colin Kaepernick not done yet.
There you go.
Colin
This is
Kaepernick.
wife, reported first by his wife.
That's
Yeah.
gonna come out like 15 years from now. Kaepernick's gonna be like
Kaepernick's still
50,
training.
still open to NFL
Give it up,
opportunities.
buddy.
I love it.
one's-
No, wait. Well, there was the one meme that everyone uses. It was like, oh, hold up. Oh,
Justin Turner's about to go yard too. You're ahead of me. It's like,
I'm forgetting. But yeah, Colin Kaepernick, not done yet. And then, did you see the Big Dom test? I know Big Dom is kind of getting old, but every Eagles player, they didn't even really say what it was. Every Eagles player, I'm not sure if they're starting it this year, if they started it last year. To be drafted by the Eagles, you have to pass the Big Dom test, which is the greatest thing I've ever heard. That's incredible. I mean,
he's like the best like identifying like red flags, right?
yeah. So you sit down and like people were saying on Twitter, they're like, I can just picture Big Dom like going back to like his high school coach and asking like what girlfriends he dated and digging up any dirt they can. I love the thought of that so much. Big Dom in hometowns just getting his hands fucking dirty. Bears need a Big Dom.
Do need a big dom. All right.
All right.
Any last thoughts in the sports world? Then we can go into our snake draft.
No, I'm excited for the draft.
All right. All right. Before we get into it, just want to give congratulations to Kalen Drangwitz has won the first ever snake draft by a lane. Kelly, got anything to say?
Expect that. Just expect this.
All right.
How do we want to do? Do we want to do order like I get to pick since I won, or how do we want to do it?
All right. Also, how are we wanting to do points? Because I need to tell you, are we wanting to do first gets a 2 points?
You just get you amount of wins. How many wins? There's
we're
only
gonna do
3 of
points.
us.
We're gonna do
There's
points.
only 3 of us.
We'll do
And then
points.
we have a guest. Well, pretty soon we're gonna start having guests on for snake drafts.
And then I will say next one has to be anonymous.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Most
of our
I mean, not
followers
that,
on
I don't think
Instagram are
Kalen got like homer
most
picks.
of all of our followers on Instagram are Kalen's friends. So we'll say
I'm not even that.
What?
I think he did have a good draft, but I'm just saying like
I had the best draft.
that's my bad. Yeah,
I think you had a good one. I thought mine was.
So like I just
Yeah,
want
do
to
I need
clarify.
to read?
It's
I
not
need-
lame things. We're just lame, like what things lame people do.
Yeah,
correct?
lame things, lame guys slash
It can
people.
be anything lame.
Okay.
I typically went guys though. Like I don't know.
I just want more like lame actions that like douchebags.
That's kind of
Yes.
what I did too. All right, we can do order the same way,
No,
I'll
Kalen
go-
picks.
and then you, then me, or you get to
Yeah.
pick.
If I won, Jerry got second. You got last.
Yeah, fuck, I want to go
I'll
first.
go. I'll take the 2.
No. Kalen, you get to pick the order.
Like I get to pick where you guys are going
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Jerry can go 1. I'll go 2. Lucas goes.
Bet.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. I hate going one. That
I hate
sucks.
because you don't know like where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take one that I think like someone will like pick up. Okay, 1-1. Counting out loud slash telling your friends how many drinks you've had.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't have.
Like someone who's like,
dude, I
oh,
had
number
3 beers
4.
last.
And it's
Yeah.
like, just shut the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
up.
a good pick. I
I don't care what number drink you're on.
Yeah.
I have a certain friend who does that very well. If anyone's listening, we know who.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I don't
that's-
know who is it.
It's like I had blank amount of drinks.
Yes, that
Yeah,
sucks.
who is it? Who is it? I'll cut it out.
It's my friend from home.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's just annoying as shit. Just classic, I think.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'll go with where do I want to go? This. I'll say shoot, that's where I was that was gonna be my next pick. I'm gonna say people that have sports teams in 2 or more cities.
God, bro, my
That's
list fucking
such
sucks.
a good pick.
So like I know people that like shout out my buddy Gene. He's a Packers fan, he's a Celtics fan, he's a White Sox fan.
There's
What the
literally
fuck?
nothing. That's the best pick.
That's lame as
such a
fuck.
fucking good
Yeah,
pick.
that's such a good pick. My list fucking
He
sucks.
missed a fucking bag. No, they called him out.
Nothing pisses me off like that.
Yeah,
Seriously.
that'll
That's
be
the worst.
that's where I'll go with my number 2.
It's a great pick.
That's a good one. Shit. Okay. I mean,
I think
mine
that's different than a bandwagon. Because
Yeah.
like you can be a real fan and do that, but
I
that's
had
lame.
I had would you okay, let's just you can't say bandwagon now,
I
right?
think that takes bandwagon out. Yeah.
I had bandwagon on there. Um, I mean mine are more like kind of general, but they're just like I feel like everyone hates it. So I'm gonna go not like when you agree that you'll Venmo someone for something and you just like constantly put it off and you never do it.
Yeah.
So just not paying someone back. Like I
Mhm.
have a friend like that back home where we'd be like, oh, hey, like I got you. Just like you're in the drive-through, you don't want to do two orders. Like, yeah, just Venmo me. And they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. And then you check
Okay.
2 days later and you still haven't Venmoed you. And then you're
Yeah.
like, hey, can you Venmo me? And they'll be like, dude, it's $10. Like, just Venmo me. Like, it's just how that
That's
shit
even
works.
worse when then they're like, dude, are you broke?
Or like when you ask them, hey, it was $12 and they pay you like 8, and you're like, bro, just pay me the fucking $12. That's
I
my
always just like round. Like so, like if it's like if I owe 12, I'll make it like 15. Or like if
Well,
it's
you should do.
I'm not Venmoing you $9. I'll Venmo you $10. Like
Class act.
And then um, see, I want to take this one, but I feel like that's not going to resonate with the voters. So I'm gonna go a different pick. I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna go farting in like a packed car. That's my pick from around the turn.
just like intentionally.
I hate that pick.
Or just like no, just like that's the most like annoying like lame thing you can do.
I,
It's like
I don't think
Yeah.
that's
think
lame
it's
at all.
funny.
I think like I'm the exact guy that does that.
I'm
It's
sure that like
like
sure, but like I don't know. I think that's a reach.
That's a horrible pick.
see,
I
I
think
That's
that's
tried,
like,
my
that's
list was
drafting
too bad. I
Marion
was thinking about it all
Hampton.
day and I just couldn't. God, I'm gonna get
Um,
lost again.
I'm gonna go with for my next one. Neighbors that call in noise complaints without like asking you to quiet down.
Have you
Like
guys happened
call
to you?
yeah. Like so I've gotten in
That's a
spoiler alert here. I've gotten in trouble like 4 times in the dorms at my school for noise complaints every time, and like I've had neighbors call them in. Just ask us to quiet down, and we'll quiet down. Like you don't need to get us in trouble. Like I'd say, calling in a noise complaint without like giving a warning or asking someone to quiet down.
that's
Lame as
solid.
fuck.
yeah, I like that.
Back to me. I think this is a good one. This is a very good one. This I almost went one with this. Honestly, surprised it's made it back to me, even though there's only 3 people. Um, Dudes who are way too into cars. I think it's so lame to be like way into cars. Like, yeah, I mean, you can like cars, but if you're like, oh, is that a V8? I don't even know what the fuck a V8 is. If you can get engine talk with me and like, I'm not even sure what are rims. I couldn't even tell you what a rim is.
So
So
that's just crazy.
yeah, I'm also a moron. But yeah, I think car guys are lame as hell. That might not hit because there are a shit ton of car guys.
Yeah, there is.
Um, this is so hard. I'm gonna go when someone you don't like super like well know. It's like a douchebag move. When someone you don't like really don't know super well calls you buddy in like a
Yeah.
Being called
like
buddy.
he's like, oh, what's up, buddy? And you're like, and same age. If someone's your same age and you don't really know them well, like I would never rip a buddy to anyone.
Let's go.
That
No
feels-
run 10th.
What?
Yeah, I'm
No
with
run
you.
top the 10th.
Um, I think that sucks.
Yeah,
I
like
feel like a
also
bitch
are we
when
doing
someone
4 or
calls me
5?
buddy.
We're doing 5 again?
Five.
5? Okay.
Whoa,
So that's
five?
back-
I thought we did 4 last time.
No,
we
we
did
did 5.
Oh shit.
I will go with people at the gym who like get right up in the mirror when they're doing lifts and grunt loud as hell.
I had something gym
Like
related.
excessive grunting at the gym.
Shout out Blake Potts. You know he.
Like a little bit like if you're like it's different like if you're on bench or squat and you're pushing some big weight and you let out a little grunt. But like dudes that are doing like biceps just like moaning and groaning. Yeah, fuck that. If you do that, that's lame.
That's a good one.
Good pick.
I think I'm feeling good about my
I don't feel good about mine at all. Yeah, I'll go. Okay. So, like, let's say, it's like you and your friend are like, your friend's like, oh, you got to watch this movie. And he really wants to watch it with you. But then the whole time he's just like explaining, like,
I'm guilty of that.
like
I do that shit all the time.
you're not even asking, it's like you're not even asking questions. They're just like constantly explaining it to you. It's shit.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Like, you
That's
talking
a
like
good point.
asking questions. Where do you think I was going? I think that kind of
No, I'm not gonna say it because I feel like mine's still pickable.
Like, oh, that to me is like one of the most annoying things. Like, 'cause you're
So like if I told you like you're saying like if you're like
let's say I'm watching like I don't know, like,
Say like I told you to watch Shawshank,
and
and
you
then
were
I'll
like,
like pause and be
yeah,
like,
all
"What
right, like
happened?"
you got to be like, you got to pay attention to this part.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
guilty
I,
of
dude,
that.
I'm
I do
watching
that.
the movie.
I do that all the
I
time.
low key kind of do that too.
Bro,
I'm
it's
guilty
so
of that.
annoying.
Well, I'll do that with like one or two movies, like my two favorite movies ever. I'll do that with, but like I do that with like if I show someone Shawshank, like that's what that's I'm
I
guilty.
get it. You're like passionate about the movie, but if you were really that passionate about the movie, you'd want someone to like experience it like the way you experienced it. In my opinion.
Yeah, sure. That's valid. That's valid. All right, what's your
Oh
next one?
fuck yeah, I gotta pick again. Shit. Oh. This is my fourth pick. Yeah, this is where like it gets tricky for me. So I'm gonna go like more. That's not gonna get any votes though. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go with something I think is lame. Jerry probably had this on this board, but he probably wasn't gonna pick it. The upside down hat.
Meaning,
Had
Just
it, no pick. I mean,
the
classic.
hat, like the hat that has the lettering and it's upside down.
oh,
I don't
That's
know, something about it.
that
makes
just
me-
screams douche from the rafters.
It does.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with. So I got two picks. I got like two. I don't think either of them are gonna get taken. Just trying to figure out which one I want to go with here. Okay, I'll say college athletes that transfer more than two times. Like if you're just a constant portal dude, those dudes are the fucking worst.
That's
go.
good.
I'm talking to you,
Score.
Jason.
They just win.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna score.
Fucking
walk
go.
off the
Baby, let's go. First walk off of the year. PCA was on the field as the guy was rounding third.
yeah. It's
Um,
guys that are constantly in the portal.
Real
Cubs
quick.
win.
Did the Cubs own the Dodgers?
I mean, they were down 3 going into the what, ninth? Or yeah. Or
I
8.
didn't even I like comprehended that the run was scoring, but like didn't comprehend that it was a fucking walk off.
You know,
I'm at the game tomorrow night, by the way. Side note.
that's sweet.
What was your just
By the
what'd you
way,
just pick?
I just took guys that are in the port if you transfer more than two times, it's a college athlete.
That's a good one.
if the NLCS is in America, the Cubs should be good. But back to the draft. Oh, this is tough as hell. I'm gonna go. It's funny, Kalen. I was gonna take guys who go to the gym.
How's that lame? I was
Um,
going to the gym.
I was
Like
just
if-
gonna take it, but I'm
I
not
think you could
taking
say
it now.
gym bros or like if
Take
going
it?
to the gym, like your
No.
personality.
I was like, mine was period going to the gym, but that's a horrible pick. So I'm not
that
taking.
means you're gonna be fat as shit by the end of college.
But if I was an idiot, I would have taken that. I'm gonna
Going
go.
to the gym.
This is kind of another growing up one. Too cool for gym class. Like,
Oh, like
yeah, you
not
don't want to
trying?
try hard, but if no one tries in gym class, I would be
Yeah.
so.
Like
I
during
used to be
like
so
a game
pissed off.
day?
What?
Like a game day in like high school. Or
Yeah,
is
you know,
it-
you're playing
Oh, yeah.
whatever
You're
in the
just
gym, and
dogging
then
it.
someone's like, too cool to try. It's like,
the
come
fitness
on.
days no one tries. But
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I'm saying too cool for like
dodgeball.
floor hockey. Like, get your fucking stick on get your blade on the ground, and let's slash some ankles.
Yeah.
And then Lucas, like, I think you took the wrong thing involving movie. I'm gonna go dudes who are on their phone the whole time.
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah.
because as much as I try to not say something as the guy showing the movie, if I show you a movie and you're on your phone and you're
Yeah,
missing,
okay, yeah, you're right. That is worse.
Yeah, that's more
like,
lame.
there's nothing that pisses me off. Like, I don't want to say
That's
names.
so
I
much
was
worse.
showing someone Shawshank. I forget when it was. It was a while ago. But they're like, then Andy Dufresne escapes, and then they're like, wait,
Oh, whoa. That's lame right there. You gotta
I'll
edit
cut
that
it out. I'll cut it out.
dude. No, I mean, come on. Who hasn't
No,
seen it?
dude.
Whatever.
No.
Keep
I'm
this.
keeping it. Screw it.
Dude,
If you're
we're
never gonna
Shawshank
stop
out
thinking-
here. We can't.
If
Dude,
you haven't
if
seen that, you're just in it. I don't want you
a
listening to
specific
this.
1-1 would be spoiling Shawshank. Would be the biggest lame guy move
How have
ever.
you not seen that?
Okay, I feel like you just. That's very pickable what Kalen just said, but
But either way,
Spoiling Shawshank.
and then he asked in a
Anything.
situation where you had to follow. He's like, "Wait, I don't get it." And then I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking don't." And I like almost crashed out. I'm like, "Because you didn't watch," and that shit
Yeah,
pissed me off
dude.
so much. And I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
it
worse.
affects my watching experience because I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my god, get off your fucking phone. Your girlfriend doesn't like need a Snapchat.
Yeah,
of your
especially when you're
face.
showing someone a movie like that you've been
That's what I'm
hyping.
saying.
Yeah,
Also, like checking your phone's different, but like if you're steady on your phone.
Everyone
Yeah.
checks their phone,
Yeah.
but yeah, extended
Oh,
period of
dude.
time on the phone during the movie pissed me off.
All right, my last pick. I'm shocked this hasn't came up. I thought this would be like a first rounder, but like the guy that like always talks about how good he was at something in high school. Not like telling stories from high school is one thing, but like if you're like, dude, I was like, especially from like an athletic standpoint, like, damn, bro, I was tough. Like I was really like, no one cares. If you like, especially if you weren't in college, like no one fucking cares. But like, I know like me and my buddies were like, we'll tell stories from high school, and like that, I feel like that's different than being like, dude, yeah, man, when I was playing ball, like that's so fucking
Yeah.
like talking about like how good you were.
I
That's
think the only
something.
reason I didn't take it is because it's like if it's so hard to find almost because it's like you'd have to like knowingly do it knowing that people like hate you like you know what
So
I
what's
Oh,
mean.
Lucas, I can think of someone that does it all the time.
I know who you're thinking of too.
Lucas, I can think of another one.
Me?
No. Never mind.
Oh,
I know he doesn't watch. I'm gonna name drop someone here because I know he's not gonna watch this shit. But Lucas will know. Cole Wilson, man,
oh yeah.
loves talking about how awesome our football team was in high school.
Jerry, who are
Loves it.
you gonna say?
Fucking
I'll tell
loves
you
it.
later. You'll know it
Like
when
dude,
you
this year, so when we were in the we went. I go to North Central, obviously. Like we were in the semifinals for national semifinals for football, and we fucking whooped the other team 66-0. And my buddy from Homes here, he's like, "Yeah, dude, our high school team would have beat that team." No, like, no. These guys are playing 14 games of college football. Like we had like 5 guys on our team that played. No, just shut the fuck up. I think even if you're talking like yapping about how good your team was, like even if it's not you personally. So shout out Cole Wilson. Fuck you, bro. If you're listening to this,
Perfect.
not listening. Definitely not listening.
Is it me now? Is it back to me? Is it back?
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant.
I mean, I think I'm cooked. I don't think I'm gonna win.
Yeah, you suck at this.
Well, I just didn't do as much. I thought my one last week was good, but I guess not. Since I'm already cooked, I might just throw in the towel and just go.
No. It would be smart here. Say something outrageous.
Say something outrageous. I mean, I just can't think of anything outrageous.
You might need a bullseye.
The lamest human being on the face of the earth. Zach Campbell is my Mr. Relevant.
That's a good pick.
Being Zach Campbell.
That's such a good
Being
pick.
Zach Campbell.
You got to pick more like that. That's a
Like,
great.
I don't think anyone's gonna like be like, oh,
Being over the age of 16 and bringing your glove to a baseball game.
Being
Yeah.
Zach Campbell
that.
is perfect.
Lucas was about to bring his glove to the Cubs game last week.
just for like the vibes. I wasn't gonna like beg for a
That's
ball.
fucking lame.
Shoot,
Just like you're like waiting in the bleachers, you're sitting in the bleachers, you're just like,
I don't see it.
no, no one does that.
Fuck off. That sucks.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
that
the guy in
completely
front of
sucks.
us who was like 28 and had a glove.
Yeah, that's lame.
That's completely lame.
But why?
Mark
It's like,
says
I'm not
he's
gonna
not
pay
the
for. Oh, okay. We already had this
Wearing-
argument.
I mean, Zach Campbell
No,
counts.
if you bring a glove to a Major League Baseball game and you're over the age of 15, you deserve to get hit in the face by a home run.
100%.
100%.
Okay, but then wouldn't you say you'd? Well, you wouldn't because you'd have a glove.
No, but I hope you whiff and get
Dude,
smoked.
if you catch it with a glove, that's even worse.
So what if you miss?
Just catch it.
Just catch it, yeah.
You know what's? We're getting a little off track here, but the most unlame thing is like when you see like a dad like holding their kid at a game and then they bare him. Like that's
Yeah.
But
I just
if
know.
you're
I just
not
like. I
dope
just like
guys,
having
yeah.
a glove in my hand. Like I don't know. It's just something about it.
all right. Should we do some honorable mentions and then get out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
this one's
we want to just go one by one honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're out.
I edited people that don't have mufflers on their car, like their cars are loud as fuck.
Oh, should have taken that. That's good.
I like it, but I like all my other.
Yeah, you got a good job.
That's the only one I had on my list that didn't get taken.
I think Kellen. Yeah, I got last.
Or like maybe like
Yeah.
having like a gym private story, like
Yeah.
like
That goes
or
hand in hand with some
like
shit.
posing in the gym.
That's kind of similar.
In the
To,
locker room is one thing, but like in the main gym, like flexing, that's lame. Those are the only ones I had that didn't get taken.
I had someone who peeks over your shoulder and looks at your phone.
Yeah.
And then I had also I had guys who were like sneakerheads who were like way too into it and like then judge you like, hey, you got no shoe game. It's like, yeah, I really don't give a
Wait,
shit.
what'd you say? What guys?
Like major sneakerheads who are like then also are like, you have no
Just
shoe game. It's
douchebags?
like, yeah, I fucking know.
some of mine were, when your sports gambling becomes your whole personality.
Mhm.
Go on.
That, like that's like all you talk about. Um, chewing
Oh,
too loud,
playing lacrosse.
playing lacrosse.
Playing lacrosse should have been like
That's
a
a
first
good
round
one.
pick.
If you do any sort of arm care for baseball was another one, but I wasn't ever going to pick that one.
That's
Um,
like a personal grudge
Yeah,
you
like
have.
yeah, that's like a
like
personal
we talk
grudge.
about like post playing.
No, like in general, if you play.
Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've
Almost
ever heard.
adults that tell their kids to only play one sport, or coaches that get
Or
mad.
yeah. Um,
Dude, I should. That's the one I'm mad at pick is playing lacrosse.
That would have been incredible.
That could have been one.
someone like if you're like you and your friends are out golfing and none of you are golfing and they try to give you swing tips, it's annoying.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also almost had like
When you all suck at golf.
yeah. I also almost had like the guy who like cheats when there's no reason to in golf. Like you know what I mean? It's like dude,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, that's the one. That's the one I fucked up.
it's like we're casual here.
I thought that I didn't remember that was on my list. I had like the guy at the bar who like never buys rounds, but like drinks the other rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like at the bar we go to, like there's just pitchers. It's like, well, I'll take turns buying pitchers. There's, for
Yeah, that guy
example, if
sucks. Hate
if
that.
someone were to like drink out of your pitcher, but then never gets in on the rotation, that's fucking.
That's a loser.
I should have taken
Yeah.
that.
Jerry's always buying everyone rounds.
That's a real loser.
always does that.
That's a real douchebag. I really hope that's not you, Jerry.
It
I
might
wouldn't
be.
say it's yeah. I've benefited from some free drinks in my time.
Yeah. All right,
All right.
I mean, we good?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Sunday for some
Yeah,
reaction.
we're gonna try to do one on Sunday to recap the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or do
be
you
a little
just wanna-
shorter.
So, do you want to do?
We could do like a
you wanna
more
do-
like Chicago focused
Want to
episode.
do like a more Chicago focused episode, and then maybe Wednesday we could just do guest and snake draft, maybe.
yeah, let's do
Maybe
that.
we might need a little NBA, like 10 minutes NBA.
And okay,
We
NBA
should
and then
end the
snake
recording
draft.
now, and
real
we can
quick.
talk big
Real
play.
quick, Lucas, you want to NHL super quick?
Oh yeah, guys. As you guys know, NHL playoffs going on. Any thoughts,
Oh yeah, Connor McDavid's good at hockey.
Kalen?
Got nothing.
All right,
Chelsea
Okay,
Davis.
that was
cool.
fun.
that's an episode.